Hello, everybody, and happy summer. It finally feels like summer where I am. It is hot. But that's good because yesterday was the 4th of July and it was rainy. Not a really good 4th of July. So today was better weather for 4th of July. Anyways, I am Christine Josty. Welcome to Mail Something Pretty. Thank you for joining me today, whether it be live or on the replay. I'm expecting that we'll be a little bit light on the live people because of it's the 4th of July week and people might be on vacation. So if you are here, let me know that you're here and you're watching so I know that I'm actually talking to a person. And if you are on the replay, hello and thanks for watching. I have some fun flowers. We're going to make some paper flowers today using the new, they're in the new catalogs of Paper Florist Dies. And so I just got this die set myself. So I've only used it a little bit. And so we're not going to make all of the flowers, but I just wanted to show you a few variations. Hi, Bonita. Great. We are on and everything's working. Thanks for joining me. All right. I'm going to flip. I'm going to flip to my desk. There we go. And so these are the dies. You get a whole bunch of them. Let's see, how many does it say? I'll show you where it is in the catalog too. So this is the new catalog. I still kind of new. I guess it started in May, but here we are. Paper Florist Dies, 18 different dies. And so it's kind of a standalone die set. So this meaning there's no stamp set that really works with it. Although obviously flowers go with everything. So yeah, so they stand alone. So you get all these different pieces. So today we're just going to use, I think, we're just going to use this one. And we'll use the circle a little bit. And this one, let's see, maybe I'll put them over. Let's do it that way. I did cut some leaves. We're going to use this piece. This is like integral for today. And a circle. All right, I think that's all we're using. So we're only using these ones. Oops. We're only using these ones today on that side, on the what's that right side, and we'll work with those another day. There we go. That's better. Yeah. All right. Oh, Barely, you're here too. Perfect. Hello. So actually, one of the projects I think is going to be a club project for next week. I figured it was okay to kind of show what we're going to make, partly as advertising for the club. Today is the last day for anyone to sign up for club. And I'm going to send an email out tomorrow with all the details. So this is one flower, different variation. This is all one color. You can see I did it in Calypso Coral. So we're going to make these 3D flowers, but there's other variations. So then this one I did with a bigger center. And then I did this one with, oh, there we go. 2 tones. So there's Calypso Coral on the outside and Poppy Parade on the inside. And I put 3 little thingies in it, middles of the flowers. This one I made bigger with yellow, Daffodil Delight. And then there's actually 3 colors in that middle part. So I'm going to show you different ways of doing it. Put those aside. So like I said, this die piece cuts up 3 at once. And so you really kind of need 6. Let's see, I already kind of cut some up. I already did some of the work because you don't need to see me doing lots and lots of glue. But yeah, so you get these pieces. And so there's a little slit in them. You see? Yeah, there we go. There's a little slit in them. And there's a little score line right here too. I got them and I'm trying to put them together. Like, okay. But the picture had 3 and I didn't quite, they don't go together like that. I'm going to show you what to do. So actually I went onto YouTube and I Googled or searched for Paper Florist Dies and how do you put them together. And so someone had already put a video together and I watched and then I learned. And so that's what I'm doing for you. So you can learn how to do it. And I will, like I said, I'll do other videos with the other flowers. I'm just going to kind of show you 2 types today. All right, so we will, I guess I'll make the darker purple one. So you get these pieces. So you get 3 from one. So you need to run it through twice. So you get 6. And let me show you how to glue. So you have the choice. Like I said, they're scored. So you could kind of fold it on the score line, or you can leave it alone. The other thing is you can do is you can kind of round the paper to get a petal. You can go that way, you can go the other way. You can do that first before you glue, or you can do it after you glue. It doesn't really matter. So to glue it, I actually have a brand new glue. And so this is actually my product spotlight of the month, is my favorite glue because I use it all the time. So I'm going to be showing different ways or helpful tips of glue throughout the month. So this one is just how to glue your flowers together. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue, and that's kind of probably too much, and just take, it doesn't matter if you go right and left or left and right, and just kind of stick them together. I'm just going to hold them for a second till it sticks. All right, Mary Lou says, what would happen if you mailed those flowers on a card? Wouldn't they get crushed? Yes, they would. So these are 3D flowers. So I don't have it with me. You can make them, maybe not this flower, but the these flowers you can make flat. These flowers you can make flat, but the one I'm making today, they're not flat. So you could either mail in a package or hand deliver it. I don't think you can mail it. No, you certainly can't mail it in a letter. Oh, actually, I can show you another flat flower. So actually, thanks, Mary Lou. This is a good segue. So the glue, and I always put the cover on so it doesn't clog, is my product spotlight. Last month I did the designer series paper where I sent a PDF tutorial to everyone who ordered some paper last month. This month I'm doing, oh wait, I can do this. I can put the host code on there. This month I am doing glue, because everyone can use glue. So just throw it in your cart, order something by July 20th, and I'll send you a tutorial on how to make this stationery box. But this is one of the flat flowers. So you can see that could be mailed. So this flower could be mailed. But let me show you while I'm being distracted. So the box for the tutorial, I made a belly band, and I designed it for 8.5 by 11 paper. My original design, I done a similar box many years ago. It was for 12-inch paper, but I designed this one for 8.5 by 11. And so I will also, this one holds 6 cards. I'll show you the cards. There's 2 of each. So there's that flat flower again. I will also share what I did with the cards. Oops. But the tutorial is really for the box, but I'll share about the cards too. And this, I did them all with, what's it called? The Countryside In paper. And I used a few of the flowers that went with these dies. So those are the cards that I did. But you can do it with any paper. But that actually segued nicely into the flat flowers, my tutorial. All right, so I'll put the belly band on later. All right, let's see. Oh, I'm glad you like it, Mary Lee. Yes, it's awesome, I have to say. And as a club member, you get the tutorial for free. So you'll get the tutorial on how to make the box. And again, I'll share it with everybody, the cards. But yeah, that's a perk for club. You get the monthly tutorials for free. Okay, Kim is watching on YouTube. Perfect. Perfect. All right, so back to what I was doing here. So some of these I already glued just to save a little time. But we need 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We just glue one more. Oh, all right. So I'm going to glue another one. The new glue comes out fast. But my other glue, this one's just about empty. So that's why I brought up a new one. And you can see it sticks. It doesn't take long to dry. All right. That's an extra one. Let that sit for a second. And then kind of what goes along really nicely with the glue is these silicone mats, or the craft mats. I forget which one they're called. So like I said, I showed you this one I curled first, and then this one I didn't. So, but you can just hold it and curl it. So it really doesn't matter if you curl it, and you can leave it. You don't have to curl it. This one I made is not curled, so it's a little bit more rigid, I guess, or straight up. It looks fine, but it's different. You can curl some and not others. This one I'm just going to curl them all. The bone folder definitely helps with that. this purple that I'm using is Fresh Fuchsia, which is a color that came back to us, which I'm so happy it did. It's a nice purple. And then, this one, actually I'm going to curl them all, is that new Bubble Bath. I don't know if you can see the differences. Yeah, one's a little lighter, one's a little darker. Hi Karen, you joined us live today. Awesome. Making some 3D paper flowers. All right, so all I did was, if anyone's joining in late, this is the die. It cuts 3 out at once, so you need kind of 6 or more. And it comes with a slit. It comes with a little score line. It's up to you if you want to fold it on the score line or not. You just put a little dab of glue there and close it and hold it, and it comes like that. So everyone's caught up who got here a little late. So what I also did is in the dies, I messed them all up. You got, this is really to make a flower of itself or a center of a flower, but I'm actually going to use that as a base. So I cut the same color, the Fresh Fuchsia, so I'm going to use that as a base. I'm going to put some glue on there. And you're just going to put one down. I'm going to hold it down for a second with my scissors, because if I put my fingers in there, I'm really going to get sticky. All right, and so then you have the option. You could put this on top, or actually, yeah, the first ones let's put on top. And it depends on how close you want them. You could put these abutting. You could put it kind of over. Just depends on how you want your flower. So I'm going to put that on. Do it so that I can fit 3 on there. And if you need a little glue, if you don't think there's enough on the tip there, you're going to add a little bit. I probably had plenty. All right. So again, there's the base. There's my flower. You really need more, I think. You need more than 3 petals for the flower. Depending though, if you're making like a little pretty, like a wall hanging, then 3 might be enough, but we're going to do 6. So you have the option, I'll put more glue. You can either, it doesn't really matter. You can put this one in between those petals, or you can go on this way. Partly depends on your center. So like this center has, this is the die that makes that center. So this one I think has 3 of these rolled together. This one has 1, and I just didn't do it tight. This one has 3, but individual ones. So there's a lot of choice in here. So I'm going to, and then these can flap out too if you put them in that way, or you can go that way. I think I'm going to put them just on the inside for now. So put a little glue there. I'm going to stick this. And I found the scissors worked pretty good at holding them down, because you really can push them, and definitely want to still come out. But if you don't have one, you can use parchment paper, because it really won't stick so much to the parchment paper. I didn't try wax paper. That might be okay too. I'm going to put glue here in between those petals there. I'm going to add that down. Do this one a little faster. And another one. All right. We'll leave that there just to dry for a minute, and we're going to roll our insides. I don't know what that's called. Insides of that flower. So I discovered that a toothpick is really key. So first what you want to do, so this again is the die, and I cut out different colors. They almost look like combs. Doesn't look like a comb. So I found you can just roll it, and it kind of curls it a little bit, gives a little start, versus if you're just having one that's straight. And then what I did is I took a toothpick, although actually I should have rolled it the other way. Hold on a second. Here's the right way and the wrong way. There we go. And I rolled it. Now, some people might say to glue all along. I don't think you really need to. And it's up to you how tight or how loose you want to roll it. You could do it tight and then let it go a little bit and it loosens up. But I just think the toothpick really helps with the rolling. And then when you get to the end, I just put just a little dab of glue, tiny little bit, and stuck it there. Now if I wanted to add more, so that's like what one looks like. Oops, I just loosened it, but that's all right. If you want to add more, I should have curled this first. Then what I did was I actually added the glue, just make sure it's in the same direction. I added the glue on this one and then just put this one to this one and just rolled it. And at this point, because now it's kind of thicker, you don't really need the toothpick, but you do kind of on that first roll. And you could make these as big or skinny as you want. So I'll just leave that one like that for now. I'm going to let that dry just for a second. And then what I did is I cut another circle. So again, there's a circle here that you could use for many, many, many things. But I'm going to use it as a base for that because then it's easier to glue in. So I'm just going to put some glue along the outside and just stick it on top of my circle here. I don't know if they designed it for that reason or not, but I found it helpful. All right, let's see. Mary Lou says you can use the point of the white thingy that creases the folds that I used to. I don't know what white thing you use. You could also, I don't know if that would be easier to roll it on that. I think a toothpick works. The white thing that creases the folds. That's a bone folder. I'm not sure what you mean, Mary Lou. All right. So let me let that dry for a minute. Let me show you something because I don't want to mess it up. So here's what I did. This is actually going to be one of the club projects. We're going to put a flower on a bag. And these bags are awesome. You get 10 bags in here. And they're nice. Oh, yes, yes, yes. You could definitely. I lost my. Yeah, you could definitely do that. Sorry for not understanding. I did the light colored pink, the bubble bath on the inside, and then I did the fresh fuchsia on the outside. This one's a little messy because you can kind of see my base there, but that's all right. And then I put some leaves on there. So that was drying. So what I can do while that's still drying, I'm just going to add some light colored petals to the outside just so you can see you can build them. So really you can definitely customize these. Now I'm sticky. I went a little, I was doing these yesterday on the 4th of July because it was so rainy. It's yucky. I stayed inside and I crafted all day long, which was kind of nice. I was going to read and garden. Those were my two things I was going to do, the 3rd and the 4th, but I didn't do either one. All right, look at, I'm rushing it. You could use a hot glue gun too, but I burn myself with those, especially when you're holding all these little things. And if you get sticky, just rub it on your pad here. I feel like I need to finish this flower though. The flowers are forgiving, right? No flower's perfect. And I was really trying to give that time to dry because I want to show you how to fluff it out, but I didn't want to do it while it was wet. Okay, one more. So you can have different stages of flower building, right? Actually, this is going to be very pretty. So it's worth my stickiness. I am very sticky. All right, so hopefully that's enough time to dry. So now you have this still straight up. So if you just kind of fade them out, just hold it down and kind of fade it out, fluff it out. And you could make big fluffs or little fluffs, however you want. But I'm going to show you something really cool with these in a second too. All right, so that's going to go on the inside of my card. And so now because we put that little circle, I have a better base to put glue to then stick it in the middle versus the kind of the ring. Ah, thank you, Debbie. The inside of the flower is called the pistil. I actually knew that and I forgot it. Thank you. And I love flowers. I have many flowers growing here. All right. Oh, I'm glad you like it. All right. So, oh, I came out really, it really kind of pulls it together, right? Because you had all that messy stuff on the inside. I'm just going to leave it there to dry though. And then I'm going to show you some other things. So these are just extra pieces for more flowers. I have like a bucket full of stuff to make flowers. All right. So again, this flower, so this one has 6. This one has more than 6. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I guess 11. So you can kind of see the difference between the two. And I did cut a whole bunch of leaves out, different colored greens. So what I would do, I'm not going to do it right now, I would just put some glue on the bottom. Well, I would glue my leaves on the bag first. I'll just do it. Let's just do it. So I cut out, I have Granny Apple Green. That's the darker one. I have Parakeet Party. And then Lemon Lime Twist. I don't know if you can see the differences of the colors. So the Lemon Lime Twist is has a little more yellow. So think of Sprite. You know, like, yeah, I guess Sprite, sometimes it's like a yellow green. The Parakeet Party is more, I guess, just limey. And the Granny Apple Green is like a green apple. So those are the three colors. There are not directions that come with these dies, Karen, which was why I went on the internet, and I'm making this. I'll make more videos too, but I did not find a Stampin' Up! Video. All right, so I'm gonna, let's see what I want to do. This is a bigger flower, so let's see how we like that. I always try to, what I call dry fit first, put it there and see what I like. Yeah, I think that will work. And it's fine for the leaves to kind of extend over. Then I just lift them up. Put those down, put that down. And now I'm just going to put glue on the bottom. Now if you wanted to put like a bigger circle, you could do that. I'm not doing. And the yellow pistil is pretty sturdy, so I could actually push down on that without it getting crushed. So again, this is going to be a club project, so I will make another video of this bag. Let's see if I use the same colors or not. I thought the colors were kind of pretty. And you could also put like a little gift tag. We might do that with some words or something. But those are the two variations of the, so it really does kind of, the amount of petals makes a difference on the type of flower you want. Okay, so let me show you this other really cool thing. So you can make flowers with just the pistils. There was a artisan design member, and I'll share what her post, and so that's, I kind of copied hers, except for I copied her colors. I never would have picked those colors, but they're really pretty, the flowers. She used a white box. It was probably about this size, but this is the wrong box because how it opens up. So there's another white box in the catalog that I don't have, but and that's what she used. Let's see if I can find it quick. Yeah. So this is this one is this one. But this one's a new one. So it opens up from the front and has the scalp, and actually has a little thing you can put a gift card in it, but you could take that out and use it for whatever. But that's the good size. So I didn't have that. So I was actually cleaning out my craft room a little bit yesterday too because of the rain, and I came across this box that I made for Christmas, I guess, and I kind of took it off and I realized I had directions on the inside. I was so excited. So I created this box, which is the right size for those pistil flowers. So I said, well, I was going to put the box together, and I said, well, I might as well just kind of show you. I'll post somewhere the directions because they're kind of messy, but basically you guys have made boxes like this before. I know it's a 1/4 inch. Actually, I can tell you. I'll tell you, but I'll post a better picture of this on here because it's messy. It's 5 1/4 by 9 1/4, and these are all 1/4 inch around in the middle, scored. And I just punched a little hole, so that'll be the top, so it makes it easier to lift up what I did here. So let me just glue this together, and then I'll show you those flowers. Hi, Jenny. Nice to see you today. At the end, I'll show you the one thing I just made, but I'm on the second project. Just gluing this box together real quick. Highlighting the glue, but I use this glue all the time anyways, but I do really like it, especially for boxes and 3D things. It dries fairly quick and it's super strong. Did I do that wrong? I did. Let's see if I have time. Darn it. All right. Hold on, I glued that to the wrong thing. All right, so I'm not going to make the box. Darn it, I was talking. So that should have gone that way. And that would get glued there. So now there's glue on the wrong part. But you get the drift of how it comes together. We're just going to use that box. Actually, I wonder if the flowers might look all right on that one. We'll see. All right, so let me just show you how to put them together. Oh, that's very smart, Karen. I should have clothespins to put, yes. All right, so I have glued 2 of these together already, but I wanted to show you what I did. So these are the pieces that we just used for the inside of the flower there. And here's the die. And I have 3 of them because I'm going to do, where did it go? Right here. The white with this is that new Moody Mauve color, which I will tell you, I didn't think I was going to like it, but I do, which I'm glad. Okay, so we're going to kind of relax the paper a little bit, give it a little curl, our bone folder, and I'm looking at the right side. And you're going to start with the inside piece. It doesn't matter if your little comb pieces are on this side or this side. Just make sure when you add the colors, you just continue it. Oh, it's my toothpick. So I do really think a toothpick is key to this. So I'm going to roll it around. This one I'm going to do kind of on the tighter side. My fingers, my sticky fingers allow me to. So that rolls up pretty quickly. It really does help with that softening the paper with the bone folder. Put a little dab of glue. Oops, that's way too much. So I'm gonna grab some. Gotta always stick it on my pad here too, but I needed to add glue to that anyway. So now I'm just gonna start rolling. Oh, that's off. And like I said, I don't think you need to add a strip of glue in the bottom. You would just be so sticky. A little pat of glue, and I'll do one more this way. This is where I need a third finger, a third hand. I suppose I could have set that up ahead of time. And just add, and I'm not really paying attention to the seam where I added or anything, it doesn't matter. All right, roll that up. Do that. And let that sit for a minute. And I have already cut out, that's what I did on that yellow one too. I just cut out that circle. And I'm going to put a little glue. I just think it's easier to then use that as a base to glue onto the project versus trying to add glue here because it's a little uneven just because of the rolling. And there's a smaller circle. So this one I used 3 of those, the comb pieces. There is a smaller circle too that you can use. All right, so let that sit for a second. I'm going to fluff, right? We did that on the other one. These ones I had glued last night. The inside is Blackberry Bliss, and it pairs really nicely with the Moody Mauve. I'm still getting used to the new names of the colors. All right, so then I can even fluff the inside ones out a little bit more. All right, and you can keep fluffing even when it's on the project. Before I fluff that one, let's see, will this match? I think it will, but I don't have the right color leaves. Darn it. Oh, but what we can do, we'll just glue it to this, and then I'll make another box later and we can glue it to the box. I'll just do it that way. So the 2 different patterns of leaves came with a set, and then I just cut them in 3 different colors. And actually, I'm just going to kind of randomly put them down. I'm not going to be too picky. We'll see. I say I'm not going to be that picky. These are Lost Lagoon is the lighter. Pretty Peacock is the darker. Obviously white. And the plaid paper is the gingham paper. It's a 6x6 gingham, and you get different colors, but Pretty Peacock is one of them. I like that. Maybe. And so the one I copied, again, I'll share it. She did have some cording, so I happen to have some. So what I did is I just kind of rolled it around my maybe 3 fingers, kind of plopped it down. But then what I did is I kind of tucked it under the leaves, and then I added a little glue where those leaves were. I tucked the cording and then glued it down so it stayed under that tuck. If that makes sense. Same thing, I'm going to tuck this one. Just to glue that cording down, that'd be a pain in the neck. My sticky fingers are sticking to everything. All right, so I'll just kind of lift that up, tuck that under. I just need one more on this side. All right, I'll just put a little glue under this one. Oops. And I think we'll be good. All right. I may have to play with that a little bit once I put it on the box. Oh, here, we'll tuck that under here. Now, I've heard some people say they can get glue off their fingers or projects with the embossing buddy. Now, Stampin' Up! Doesn't sell the embossing buddy anymore. I don't think. They sold it in a pack of stuff. I don't know if it's still available. I'm hoping they'll come back. But I guess that helps. All right, so this would go on top of, say, the box like that. The box that I got all gluey. So I'm going to fluff this one out. So for club, we're making that other one. This one I think would be a little bit gluey. And then I'm just going to glue them down. Where's the third one? So again, we have that base, that circle, and I really do think that's helpful. And then I'm just going to stick it down. I'm actually going to stick it so not on top of the cord because that wouldn't glue very well. But it's kind of a fun different take on making different flowers with just those insides. All right, so I'm gonna let that dry. And again, if you wanted like a little note, a little label, you can stick that on there. I think that's what she did on hers. Okay, so I'm just gonna let that stay in dry. Let me move that over. Okay, let's see. Yes, Mary Lou, small motor skills and sticky. But again, if you had something out, like I'm kind of rubbing it off now and that helps. Embossing tools edition. Oh, it is in there. Okay, good. I knew they had it in the mini catalog last time. I didn't realize it was in there. Thanks, Karen. Yeah, they used to sell the embossing putty all by itself, and now they kind of sell it as with other tools. But again, these are the flowers, so you can kind of see like this one. I just used, it's a basic one. It's 5. I didn't curl it, and I did a little loose, all one color. And then actually, then I think I made the yellow one and I added more petals. So I just kind of kept building out and out, and you can make them big if you want. And then for the pistil on the inside, I did 3 colors. So there's Poppy Parade, Calypso Coral, and yellow. I don't know if you can see that, but there are 3 colors in there. And this one, I did 2 different petal colors. So the Poppy Parade and the Calypso Coral. And I just did 3 smaller of those pistils just to see something different. And then these were the 2 bags. So this is the one I had done it beforehand, and this one I did today just to show you different ones. Yeah, so those are the flowers. And like I said at the beginning, you get all of these dies. So I only used, let's see, for these flowers, where's the main die? I only used those ones today. So you got all of these ones to make other stuff that I'll do another time, but I didn't want to do it too long. And then, yeah, because you can really make tons. So anyways, I thought the paper flowers were fun, and you just think of different things to stick them on. They obviously are 3D, so they won't fit in an envelope or anything. So this is more for like hand giving, or if you put it in a package, that type of thing. All right, let's see. Oh yes, it would definitely look really pretty on the roof. Oh, you know the wreath I have hanging in my kitchen. It's our kit. I don't know if they have the wreath in here or not. Let's see. You know, they have a couple samples of the kits at the beginning. Yeah. So this wreath is a kit that you can buy, and I did, and I love it. But it's similar, but you could definitely make your own wreath with these dies. There's even like, remember those box frames that we made? I happen to have, remember these we made? I don't know when it was, in the fall. You could put flowers in them and kind of create them. There's all sorts of things you can do. So you'll be seeing these flowers lots and lots. You're welcome, Karen. I'm glad you joined in live today. So let me just recap let me put myself back on. There we go. So there is a host code that's on your screen. If you purchase glue or anything else to go with the glue, I will send you, it looked prettier, but a tutorial on this gift box. Just imagine that was the belly band and the cards are all inside. You'll get the tutorial for that, for placing an order until June 20th. And let's see, my newsletter went out this morning. There's actually tons. So bonus day starts tomorrow. So with every $50 you order, you get a $5 coupon to use in August. The clearance rack is being refreshed tomorrow. My club signups are due today. And was there one more thing that starts tomorrow? I think there's a new kit that starts tomorrow. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on in July. So thank you for watching during your summer. Hopefully you have nice weather to go back out to after this, or you're going to do something fun even in your craft room. I will see you guys next week. And again, last thing is if you're interested in the club, I need to know by tonight because I'm sending out all the information tomorrow. All right. Have a wonderful day. Happy July. And I will see you guys next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.